leader here with us. And laborers, everyone, remain standing as we welcome our party leader, Prime Minister of Jamaica, Dr. Honorable Andrew Holmes, no stranger to North Carolina, and we are happy to have him in Alien Town.
He's our everlasting song. Unity and progress will make our nation strong. Stand up for your rights when you hear the bell. Stand up for justice, hear the freedom bell. Remember us the man, take it, serve you well. Stand up, Jamaicans, when you hear the bell.
Welcome, Prime Minister, and we are always happy to see you, MP.
Show labor rights. Labor rights, I want to say to you.
And leader, you have my word that this was the behavior before you came. Excellent. You'll be proud of us. Labor rights. In February of this year, we enjoyed watching what happened in Northern Clarendon, where in the local government election, Alien Town Division sweet, beautiful victory. And we will continue to fly the flag. So this is what happens when you have a leader who is brilliant. A leader who comes to you on a strong record of performance. We're ready. Alien Town, we're ready.
One. Wanna look ready for two? MP siblings, I am indeed surprised at the level of energy, enthusiasm that is being exhibited here at Alien Town Primary School. I see the Minister of National Security look like she wants to get on that. But please, allow me to call back up on stage the Energizer Bunny herself, Suzette. met your former counselor a few times. I recall when I toured here in, I believe it could have been August last year. Yeah. And she was around the place very active with me, and I could tell that she also was very energetic, but that she was very caring and a good organizer. And we are all saddened by her passing. I had the opportunity to meet her family, a lovely family. And her husband came here today. It must have taken much.
Take your right hand, shake it out. How many people here want to learn faster? How many people want to remember more?
Come in, Jamaica.
He was a friend, you know. But he found the strength to come here because he knows that Miss Mac would want him to do it. He knows that Miss Mac is very happy wherever she is. Her soul, her spirit is very happy. And he is representing her and giving her endorsement to a family member, Susan. To another teacher. I am told that you have been a teacher for almost 30 years, 34 years. A home girl. Someone who has worked at all levels of the party organization. And someone that I am certain will carry on the legacy of Miss Mac. I endorse your new candidate, and we will give her all the support. Miss Barton, I wrote down what you said. You said, don't let me wait too long. You said you can't sleep. And I interpret that to mean that you will be working day and night. Anyway, I see it. Fit through, you're really ready. So I'm not going to hold you too long. Let me start my presentation to you now for the next 15 minutes by saying to you that the sense I get from Northern Clarendon is that you're a well-organized constituency, that you have a good representative, that your MP is doing an amazing job, that your MP and of course, I can't leave out Palo. What I get from the constituency is that your representatives demonstrate a level of care and respect that recommends their election.
Did you know that the most dangerous prayer consists of only 3 words? If you skip this healing prayer,
And that is a lesson that other constituencies should well learn. No matter what the pundits and the commentators say, no matter what the polls say, what really matters is how your representatives execute their responsibilities to you. How well they show care and diligence in their duty. How well they show you respect and acknowledgement. How well they listen to you. How well they answer your call when you call them. How well they try to help you with the back to school, the building grant, the little economic improvement. How well they help you with the little problem that you have. Those things don't get captured in polls. And pundits and commentators will never know the special relationship which exists between you and your representative. And what I see here is a good demonstration of that. Good political representation, and the people have responded. The party, and I believe all of you would be interested in this, the party is going through its own review and reform. And we must conduct deep reform of our local and constituency representation. So I want you to know, as the stakeholders of the party, the people to whom we account, that we are not comfortable or satisfied that right throughout the constituencies that we have, that the level of representation is at the level that we would want it. We have to talk the business as it is. And what we are going to be doing in the next couple of months, we will be looking at how each MP and each councillor and each councillor caretaker and each MP caretaker, how well they are doing their job as representatives. Very important. Because, you know, it's not only money. Yes, as MPs and councillors, when you come out, the people are always going to come to you about some money problem, about some one little chicken, one little help with restocking your shop, one 10 bag of cement because the roof a leak or 10 sheet of zinc. Yes, we know that. But, you know, I've been in the politics now for a little while. So, even if you can't do it, it's how you tell them you can do it. And sometimes, you know, the demands can be overwhelming for some MPs and representatives. And that can cause them to forget that their job
above everything else, is to give people hope. You may not be able to do it now, but it is your intention. It is your aspiration. It is your wish. We not get a promise, you know. But it is how we make you feel that we understand your demand, we understand your need, and we are going to do our best to try it and fulfill it. So what we are saying to our representatives, who we put to serve you, the people, is that we must have an agenda of care. Our representation, the people who are on this platform who put themselves to you to be re-elected, they must understand and have a posture of caring. The Jamaica Labour Party must show the people of Jamaica that we care about you.
Mr. Manfredi? Mr. Manfredi, my name's Wesley Tucker. I'm your neighbor, right across the street there.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you.
Every representative must adopt that posture of caring. Polls won't capture that, and the pundits will never know that, because the caring agenda is a personal agenda. It requires each representative to know his voters or her voters. It requires the representatives to be in the community, to touch, feel, and see and experience what the people, all of you here who take bus, car, leave your house, let your picnic at home and come and stand up here to make this audience so that we can have this meeting, so that the Labour Party can be the great party that it is. The party must return here to you. So I want you to understand that the caring agenda starts with your representative and the workers. It starts with the representative, the workers, and the people in the polling division, in the wider electoral division, and in the wider constituency. And then this feeds up to the government with all the policies that we have put in place. We have put in place excellent economic policies. And we are now taking those economic policies and using the dividends from those policies to care for the people. So we're building not just caring representation, but we are also building a caring economy. A caring economy. That is what we are doing. In that caring economy, we look for caring for the elderly, the retired, and for our shut-ins, who sometimes they don't get to come to these meetings, so their views are never heard. But somebody must care for them. And that care has to start from the councillor and the MP looking out for them. And it also has to start from the government doing what it can to ensure that the pensioners get a little more. That is why we reduce, or rather increase, the income tax threshold as it relates to the pension benefits. That's why we're bringing a thing now called the social pension that gives a certain amount of money every fortnight, I believe it is. And it is important that the MPs and councillors take the caring that is happening in the national economy and bring it down to the people in the communities. Because when I hear some people saying, boy, I can't get this and nobody now look out for me, and the response is, boy, we don't have the money. Sometimes it's not true. Sometimes what needs to happen is that our MPs and our councillors and our MP caretakers and our councillor caretakers, they need to find these people and get them registered on the national projects and bring those national benefits, which is a part of the caring economy, back to the people. And it's not just the MPs and the councillors. Let me explain to you a little bit more about the caring economy. You know, in my constituency, a lot of people have gotten, you know, they are getting older and they are getting ill. Lifestyle diseases, the diabetes, the hypertension, and a lot of them don't have any children to take care of them. And they are shut in their houses. But you know, without the caring that exists naturally, a lot of them would just die. Nobody would know about them. But it is you, the workers of the party, many of you, who when you cook your Sunday dinner, you remember Miss Matty, who lock up in our house, and you go and give her. But what we need our workers to do now is not to organize yourself now and go there and go pour Miss Matty here and the others like Miss Matty. Help with the washing of our clothes and cleaning up of our house. So that is the Jamaica Labour Party workers showing how we care. We have to change our politics to a politics of upliftment, a politics that truly shows that the Jamaica Labour Party believes in caring for the people it represents. So, your party is reorganizing itself. There are those who only understand the noise. There are those who only understand tear down politics. There are those who only believe that for them to rise, they must tear down someone else. I have never practiced that kind of politics. You never hear me go on a platform and call nobody name and try and embarrass anybody or pull down anybody. God has been good to me. I have tried to live a very clean and upstanding life. I don't believe in reaching the top by climbing on anybody else. And when I was a follower, when I was a mere private in the army, I never undermined anybody. I never try and group up and form cabal against anybody. And I never try and spread rumors and lies on anybody. Because I understand that to lead people and to have the confidence in people, people must trust you to know that you are not going to sink into the depths of nastiness. I know that as leader of the country, as leader of the political party, many men wish death upon me. Well, I am telling you that I have been through the fire many times, and I still have the milk of human kindness. I still see my enemies, and I smile with them, and I greet them with a good hug. But I know you are an enemy, and I will never turn my back to you. We, as the Jamaica Labour Party, we are the people who have been chosen now to lead Jamaica. And we can't lead Jamaica how it has been led for decades before. We bring a new kind of politics. We, the Jamaica Labour Party, we have changed politics in Jamaica. We don't bring violence to politics. We don't bring nastiness to politics. Our politics, and you know it. And you can see in this audience that there are a lot of young people who join us because our politics is transparent. Our politics is modern. Our politics is forward-looking. Our politics is prosperity politics. You see that the Jamaica Labour Party has placed the country on the right path. Now I say to you, Labourites, as I come to my last 2 minutes, do not be distracted by noise. You know our saying, don't watch the noise in the market, watch the sales. Let me tell you something. There is a set of Labourites, you know, who still are affected by the period of the 90s and the early 2000s. Very, I hate to use the word, but the best word is fickle. The slightest little thing, and they get nervous. We live in an era of climate change, meaning that you're going to get more rain now and unpredictable weather. So you can't be a dry weather Labourite. Labourites have to be hardy people. They have to be strong people. They have to be resilient people. They have to believe in themselves. And I can see here, by the energy that is here, that we have the right type of Labourites in Northern Florida. The hardy and resilient Labourites who say, be ready, we don't want the other people that we are doing. That's what we do, that will get the people to support us. So, my message, therefore, to my hardy and strong and resilient Labourites who are gathered here, who say we are ready, is that as your leader, I am always ready. As your leader, I can absorb, like Muhammad Ali, all the punches. And sometimes I don't throw the punch, you know. Sometimes I just rope and rope. I just bounce with it. don't worry. The knockout punches are going to come because we have worked too hard to in this country to let escape people come and take what we have been. We will work hard. We will work here and we will get the people of Jamaica to support us and continue the good work of the Jamaica Labour Party. Why Jamaica Labour Party family, the people of Jamaica, I love you. Thank you. God bless you. And go with you.
What a message! What a solid message! What a strong message! What a message that is going to move us forward! What a message that is saying to labor rights, don't worry. It's beautiful here in England. Town you came out. Crossville you came out. Paris you came out. MPs, my siblings, come here, guys. You have outdone yourself. It has been a wonderful conference. Your constituency is strong. I love the energy. And we saw. We're just going to ask him. We're just going to ask him to customize the standard wave. Let's wave. TGS, Dr. Weasley, you came in. Just wave. Liberals from all over. Liberals who have joined us online. And we tell them to make up to make a Labour Party. What's going to happen? We love you. It's wonderful here in the Jamaica Labour Party. I heard that it's beautiful down there at the meeting in Vancouver Bay. We will be at Pembroke Hall tomorrow evening on my MP next on Sunday, the 3rd. Hosanna. Labour rights, be upstanding as we sing the anthem of the wonderful, the most amazing party, the number one party, the strongest party ever, which is the Jamaica Labour Party.
Equal rights and justice is our everlasting song. Unity and progress will make our nation strong. Stand up for your rights when you hear the bell. Stand up for justice, hear the freedom bell. Remember, Buster Man, take it, serve you well. Stand up, Jamaicans, when you hear the bell.
November 3 at Camden College, 3 p.m. Party leader Dr. Andrew Moses will dominate. Rising from the east is Senator activist and late Rohan Walsh, Venetia Phillips, Holly in the west, MPs Troy Green, Frank Winter. Strong in the north comes the Colin Henry, MPs Matthew Saluda and Dwight Finlay. Firm in the south, Major Deputy Leader Mike Stern, Chairman Xavier Maine, DGS Dr. Andrew Weasley. Next on, please Clarendon College, Sunday, November 3 at 3 p.m. with me, your host, Terence. You are Labour Right, I'm in it, I'll be Labour Right. See you there. Next on.
What's up, everybody? Mark Stewart, Annette Allen. Good night. Well, go on. We are coming with a little late one, yeah? come chat some politics because you know how it goes. You know how it rolls. Labour Party marching on. Listen, marching on to victory. Labour Party marching. Labour Party marching. Marching on to victory. Me and my neighbor, we voted for Labour. Me and my neighbor still are going to vote for Labour again. And we're going to jump on show. And we're going to tell it all about. So we have the victory. Yeah. So, a lot of things for us to talk about. Yeah. Victory, 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 victory. Victory! Victory! PM drop it like it hot. Like that. So the PM drop it like it hot. Oh, yeah, I tell you. PM drop it like it hot. So in Central St. James, you know, we had the conference on Sunday, but we had some problems with our stream because of some internet connectivity issues that we had, and we had to just pretty much abort the whole thing and regroup. But I can tell you something. I have always procrastinated and just not take on the whole aspect of streaming seriously. I have never really, since moving back the main operations in Jamaica, I have never really taken on the streaming as serious and as dedicated as I ought to have. I think I have to some extent treated it really not as serious as I need to. And my friends, people like you guys, are really taking me to task where that is concerned, because you are saying to me that, look, you come here every week. Every time I turn on my camera and I go live, hundreds of you come out and you support and you watch and you participate and you give me the energy to still continue to do this live stream. And it is for many years now. It's not just starting a few days ago. Long time. And I think I owe it to my folks to really pull through and to carry this thing through and do it properly. Put some more energy into it. And that's what we're going to do. So we are now pumping some funds into the platform again. And we're not just pumping some funds into the platform. We're going to dedicate some time to the platform, which we know it needs. The Prime Minister announced a few by-elections today, and I think what that signifies is that we have to also be ready to participate and to lend our support to the cause. So I'm pledging that we are going to do a few things different, and hopefully we can get ourselves back up and running fully. So press briefing today. Prime Minister, as someone just indicated in the chat, the Prime Minister dropped it like it was a fireball today. Hot. Prime Minister drop it like it's hot. That's what my folks are saying, that the PM drop it like it's hot. And I can't deny that. That there's a lot of truth where that is concerned. So the PM would have made several changes to the cabinet. Not several changes, he made a few changes to the cabinet. And also some new appointments. So the Honorable Favour Williams have been promoted, not to a new ministry, because she's been there before, and she would have operated in that capacity before as Minister of State and also a full minister in the office of the Prime Minister with responsibility in the Finance Ministry under Dr. Nigel Clark. So she was there before. Now she's back, and I have every confidence that she's going to do exceptionally well. Denise Johnson, how you doing, Denise? Good to see you. Yeah, I think she's going to do extremely well. She understands finance. She's a Harvard grad, and she understands the different dynamics as it relates to what is required in the Ministry of Finance. So I have every confidence that she's going to perform and perform well. So with her assuming responsibility for the Ministry of Finance, it means therefore that a vacancy will be there for the Ministry of Education. And the Prime Minister promoted Dr. Dana Morris Dixon, to head that portfolio. I think Dr. Dana Dixon is a very capable minister. She pumped some energy into she pumped a lot of energy into the Ministry of hello. Yes. Hello. Yeah, just a second. Yeah, so just a second, please. So she would have pumped a lot of energy into the Ministry of Information, and just a second. All right, sorry about that, guys. That's an emergency. Had to take that one. Yeah. So she would have pumped some energy into the um into the Ministry of Information. Um, and I'm certain that she's going to punch the same amount of energy in the Ministry of Education. Education really, Favor was doing exceptionally well. I think she kept it together. The Ministry of Education, the Ministry of Health, Ministry of National Security. Those are some of the most difficult ministries to manage. And if you're able to keep it together, you know, I think that shows your level of strength. So I think Favor did exceptionally well where the Ministry of Education is concerned. And I have no doubt that she's going to do even greater stuff in the Ministry of Finance. And the reason I'm very confident in her is because she was there before, and her background speaks to finance and how strong she can be in finance. All right, so I'm gonna play the PM's briefing this morning, post cab. So let me take it from here now and see. All right, so we're gonna play this for you guys to freshen up your memory on what happened this morning in terms of PM announcement and such. It was an interesting morning this morning, let's see. Boom. All right.
And potential hazards, and we're not going to get into any science fiction stories, but the fact of the matter is that there was a very balanced discussion and debate as we went through our deliberations. So in terms of some very high level around our SWOT analysis, the strengths, talking about the high level of alignment with the Vision 2030, our strategic geographic location, there has to be something set for that where we are. Our growing tech ecosystem, I recognize members of the JTDA, Jamaica Technology Digital Alliance here, and youthful and tech-savvy population, yes, we are, and of course, collaborative regional efforts. One of the things that we did have a member on our committee that was connected to the UNESCO Caribbean AI Policy Roadmap document, and so there's a fair amount of taking a look at UNESCO documents that contributed. And of course, one of the things that I made sure that I had to put in there, a line item that Jamaica is a cultural superpower, right? And as a result of that, how are we going to leverage AI to ensure that that remains and that use of AI does not negate or take away? Because we are seeing all kind of fake things that are happening out there that, you know, we all know it ain't Jamaican, right? So we have to ensure that some of these warnings and preventions are in there. Weaknesses: digital divide, skills gap, workforce preparedness, limited research, regulatory ethical challenges, dependencies on external technology providers as some of the weaknesses. All the opportunities are listed. We have a fair amount. It has a potential to drive significant economic growth, big opportunity there, public-private sector collaboration, big opportunity, international partnerships. We have a whole section of recommendation there. And of course, the threats, we cannot have anything around digital or technology without having listed cybersecurity risk as a threat, and of course, data privacy and data protection as some of the risk areas, ethical and social, global competitiveness, and of course, a big one that nobody likes to talk about is our general resistance to change. It's there, and it's a real situation, and we have to find the most delicate, nuanced way to deal with it. So one of our top areas of recommendations, and I will just jump to this one because the minister is sitting right in front of me, and this is around education, right? And so, and I just read the policy issue as we wrote it down in the document. Within education, generative AI technologies have already disrupted traditional.
Imagine how it would feel if you could learn to play worship guitar like a pro in just 10 days. Listen, I know that sounds crazy, but I can show you how to do it. This is not a trick, it's absolutely real. My name is Jared Messer. I'm the founder and CEO of worshipmusicacademy.com. And I've developed a brand new method for learning rhythm guitar for worship. It's fast, easy, and works for anyone, even if you've never picked up a guitar before in your life. In fact, it's working right now for people in more than 50 countries around the world. We hear from students all the time. Like Alex, who said, I've been picking up my guitar for years watching those YouTube videos, and I've come farther in the past 7 days with your training than all the others put together. Or Christopher, who said, I'm blown away at how quickly I've picked up my abilities. Your worship guitar course has changed the course of my life. Or Melanie, who said, your 10-day worship guitar fast track program is amazing. I just finished yesterday and began playing the songs and feel successful. I'm a former Nashville musician, a worship leader, and a teacher. And by making some simple tweaks to the way people normally learn guitar, I found a way for anyone to learn faster and with less practice time than I ever thought possible. And we're not talking spend a lot of time memorizing scales or sitting through boring lessons or doing hours and hours of exercise either. We're talking 30 minutes a day of fun, easy to follow sessions that will have you up and playing your favorite worship songs in a matter of days. And we got a free video on our website that explains exactly how the system works and why it works so fast. You don't have to sign up for anything, and we're not going to ask for your email to try to sell you a bunch of stuff down the road. That's not how we work. We're a Christian company whose mission is to equip the saints for ministry. So if you're interested in learning how to play rhythm guitar for worship in a Christian environment from a professional musician, this is exactly what you're looking for. Click the link below right now to check it out for yourself. I hope to meet you soon. God bless you.
Assessment methodologies as they push the boundaries of academic integrity and challenge teaching objectives. For example, allowing students to produce perfect answers without engaging the educational material. However, AI competencies can be beneficial in the workforce, providing a productivity boost in diverse sectors. While some jobs will be automated, new ones will emerge, requiring specialized AI knowledge. Jamaica's education system must find ways to build competencies in AI literacy for both teachers and students alike without compromising the validity of student assessment, and to equip workforce with the necessary AI and STEM skills to be competitive in a global economy. So that's just the policy issue. We listed the challenges in that area. Then, of course, there's a list of recommendations. Because it's education, I think is massively important. I'll just list the short-term recommendations we outlined. And those short-term include integrating AI and coding into the national curriculum for AI for all educational levels. Launch teacher training programs focused on responsible AI use and effective assessments. Now, it's not that we are in there navigating and pushing that we want every student coming out of our school system to become coders. No, what we want to happen is that everyone understands the capabilities of what these tools can give. So whichever area, whether it's farming, whether it's medical, whatever areas that they want to go into, they must know that this is a tool that they can use to enhance what they're doing and take it to the next level. So that's just one that I'll highlight and outline. I will also mention the other one around building AI infrastructure and technology. Again, our team debated and discussed. The fact of the matter is that will we be considered an AI product producing country, or are we going to be leveraging AI to enhance what we're already producing? So, the whole discussion is about, we might need the right infrastructure to support AI. We know what areas, many areas in Jamaica, particularly rural regions, still lack fast, reliable internet. Improving digital infrastructure, expanding broadband access, and developing data centers are essential for Jamaica to support AI technologies. So the question is, how much of that are we actually suggesting and digging into versus the others where we're actually just leveraging what exists? You know, some of my friends every now and then say, look, you know, Kingston is not Jamaica, and it's something that we have to remember. We have to figure out how's rural leveraging it, leveraging some of these situations. And of course, ethical and regulatory framework, there has to be some recommendations and suggestions around that. To guide this responsible use, we aligned our recommendations with global ethical standards like the UNESCO's guidelines along AI ethics, which outlined best practices for countries like Jamaica, because it was actually for the small island developing states in the region. So, next steps, what does the future hold? We laid out, as I said, we laid out a list of short, medium, and long term. At the end of the document, we did have a table, so you could, skip to that if you need to, around all the various thematic areas which was outlined earlier. So at a very high level, that is the report. We have a call to action in closing, and I'll probably just go straight to that section, which is, very, very short. And I'll just kind of read that little section there, where we just concluded that this comprehensive set of policy recommendations provides a pathway for Jamaica to embrace AI as a catalyst for national development by addressing critical policy issues, fostering innovation, and ensuring ethical AI use. Jamaica will be well positioned to leverage AI for sustainable growth and cultural preservation, creating a future where technology and humanity thrive together. We did have very, very robust debate around our cultural reality, because as I said, Jamaica being a cultural superpower, what's going to happen to protect, to ensure? And, I brought that back because we had to ensure that even in the conclusion, we put in the word for sustainable growth and cultural preservation, because, again, that's one of the things that we have going for us. I sit on 1 and 2 committees and government boards, and there are situations where organizations have been approved for 30, 40, maybe 100 positions, and they've been looking to fill these positions for 2 years and can't fill them. So I have a different view and concern when I hear folks worry about AI is coming to take over the jobs. I said, what about the jobs that we can't find? All these positions are there. I sat in a room with an ED just 2 weeks ago where the person is explaining all the challenges and they only have 2 people to do this job. When I listen to the description of what the person has to do, I'm like, technology can do that in 2 seconds. I have 2 or 3 people that I could call in right now to have them write something to help with that. We're not replacing the job. We need to find 5 more people and we can't. So some of these things are something that a number of us in the industry and a number of us as task force members here have debated and discussed around what we need to consider. So folks, at a very, very high level, for the short time that I was given, I hope that I give a high level overview as to what the document is, just around 30 pages long. And we had a very interesting way of capturing the information from the entire group. Because of course, when we have these committee meetings, not everyone comes to every meeting. So we had in-person meetings physically here in this very room, and then we had meetings online where we put out all the thematic areas, and everyone contributed to them online, digitally, and then we massage and pull that information, created a first draft, sent it to everyone. We got feedback, and then the last 2 meetings sit down where we literally read the entire document word for word and robust debate again as to what must be there, what mustn't be there, what has to be in there, why this must be there. We must put this in 3 places because it's massively important. So folks, that was the work that was done. And again, you know what? I need to just have our members stand so people can see who they are. So Coswell, Top, Trevor, come on, stand up. Prof. Core, Rita, oh no, you're not part of that committee, you're the other committee, PSOJ. So I had some folks from PSOJ who actually contributed. And who else? Marjorie, you're not part of the committee, you're not standing, Marjorie. Come on, folks. So this is a part of our task force here, folks. Out of the 18 persons, we have the 6 or 7 right here. So thank you very much. And any questions around the AI task force?
Thank you very much, Chris, for your work. And I have to thank the entire task force for all of their work. Their report went to Cabinet last week, I believe, and Cabinet received the report and was very happy to see that the report was completed. In many instances, task forces take a long time and they go sometimes years after their deadline. They were appointed for a year. I think you were only 6 weeks late. That's it. But there was a hurricane. So I will say they were basically on time, which is not usually the case. So I have to congratulate the task force for that. I am going to open up for questions on the report.
Boy, the anxious gleaner is
I
ready. They've been
know.
asking for weeks. So let's start off with
Every
Shauna.
week you've asked, and here it is.
Good morning, Mr. Record Minister. My name is Shauna Small from the Gleaner. So my first question is the AI boom started, over 2 years ago, and you mentioned it yourself, where we're seeing it being used in different sectors in society. Now, do you think that we were a little bit slow out the blocks in terms of having our recommendations just being popularized for how we are supposed to leverage this technology and to guide its implementation and its use in Jamaica?